Now let's look at our exit ticket for this section. We have an expression 5, quantity 3x plus 7 plus 6x, and another example I'll do in a second. And the process of how we want to simplify it, I have 3 steps right here. First, we want to distribute if we can. Secondly, we can use commutative and or associative properties. And third, we're going to combine like terms. So let's see that in action and play that out. First one is distribute. So when I distribute this out, this is going to become 5 times the 3x plus 5 times the 7 plus 6x. Notice that I distributed this 5 across to the first term and distribute it to the second term. From there, I can use my commutative and associative properties. I'm going to associate my 5 into 3 and multiply those together, so that becomes a 15 times the x. 5 times 7 is 35, and I have a plus of 6x. From there, we can look at combining any like terms that we have. I have a combination of 15 x raised, or x's over here, and 6 over there, combining those two. And actually what I need to do is I need to rearrange those first. So I'm going to associate, I'm going to change the order. This could be 15x. Right now I'm looking at those two. I'm going to rearrange the order, so it's 15x plus 6x plus 35. And then I'm going to associate those two terms. A collection of like terms equals 21x plus 35. The next example that we have, likewise, I see I have distribution happening in 2 places here. So I'm going to distribute the 6 across both terms here. So that would become 6 times my 2x plus 6 times my 4y plus 10 times my 4x plus 10 times my 3y. And you can see that I likewise distributed that 10 across those terms. From here, I'm going to go ahead and associate terms. I can multiply my 6 into 2 and associate those first in this multiplication. So this becomes 12x plus 24y plus 40x plus 30y. I'm going to group these in a different order. So I'm going to use my commutative property to reorder my middle 2 terms. So that becomes a 40x plus a 24y plus a 30y. And then I can go to step 3, which is combine like terms. I'm left with a 52x plus a 54y. And there I went ahead and simplified that process. To close out the section, some students ask me, well, Willie, what do we do when this situation might happen? Imagine that I have a 6 times a 2x plus a 4x in that particular case. Do I always have to use the distributive property when I see a problem set up like that, even when there's like terms inside? Well, the answer to that is yes and no. You can still distribute and have this become 6 times 2x plus 6 times 4x. That becomes 12x plus 24x. Combined like terms becomes 36x. You're more than welcome to do that. Or you can combine inside to begin with and add the like terms together. So I have 6 inside the parentheses. I have 6x. There I can use commutative property or associative property to multiply the 6 times the 6 first and then multiply by the x. And then I get 36x that way as well. So you don't necessarily have to use the distributive property if what's inside the parentheses are like terms. If they're unlike terms, yes, then you will need to.